PRB 33 of 2025, Uganda versus Dr. KIZZA BESIGYE, Haji Obeid Lutale, and Captain Dennis Ola.
Please, Your Worship. Richard Bin Vumbuka, Chief State Attorney. For prosecution. My senior colleague, Dalodinaya Elias Lukwago, will introduce the defense team.
May it please you, Your Worship, if it
Please.
I request Your Worship if you could invoke your discretion, seek for your indulgence that you extracted the record from the previous file as per the representation. Save for only one person who is not on record, Your Worship. Or there are two. Proskovia Kumigira, Chiwanka Abdallah, and Subuga for Effie. Simon. Yes. And Worship, if again it pleases you, just to be on record, the Senior Counsel Martha Karua is also joining us. Her flight delayed, but in the next 5 minutes she will be with us if the proceedings are still ongoing. Most of that.
It's unfortunate that my senior colleague Elias Lukwago never introduced himself as part of the defense team. You know, the previous application is different from this, and it will be the same people to go and say they were never put on record. Anyway, Your Worship, this matter is up for investigations. This matter, Your Worship, are still ongoing. They are still ongoing, Your Worship. In the circumstances, we will seek an adjournment.
Defense? No defense?
Your Worship, it is good to note from Mr. Bin Vumbuka that investigations are ongoing. He had earlier alleged they were frustrated, but the truth is now coming out in public. Your Worship, we have no objection to the adjournment. We just need to raise some housekeeping matters. Your Worship, I'll just give it a background. In Constitutional Petition number 12 of 2006, Colonel retired Dr. KIZZA BESIGYE and 22 others versus the Attorney General. The Constitutional Court, led by the then Honorable Lady Justice Alice Mpaji Bahegeine, made pronouncements regarding the treatment of accused persons during trial. The court observed that until the trial court makes a pronouncement finding the accused persons guilty, they are presumed innocent just like any member of the public. And Your Worship, in emphasizing that, the Constitutional Court found that the treatment of accused persons matters. For example, transporting them and or holding them, including their movement to or from the place of confinement to the court, and from the court back to the place of confinement, and even in the holding cells. In a matter that portrays them to be individuals who are very dangerous to society, compromises on their right of being presumed innocent until they are proven guilty. Your Worship, in this case, we know that the prisons has got a duty to protect the accused persons. But Your Worship, in an environment where Your Worship, perhaps to best demonstrate that position, is that the court can take a look at that picture, where the accused person are surrounded by reasonable but mean-looking men. My apologies. If you went outside, my Lord, Your Worship, led by vehicles which have to clear the way, if Your Worship stood by in a window and saw them departing, if their dear relations want to greet them, they are sent away from afar, even beyond a distance of a long stick. Yet they have relations. They may want to speak to them. They may want to hug them. They are innocent. They are like me and you. They are like Mr. Birivumbuka. We pray, Your Worship. And I say so because my colleague, Mr. Ikwago, was part of these proceedings and knows these matters well. That on the instructions of our clients, that they are allowed when they come here, starting from today, to have time to talk to their people. One of the accused persons would like very much to interact with his sibling, who is a doctor there, for just his health and well-being, so that they appear and are treated like they are human beings who are not dangerous to society. Your Worship, when we were coming in this court, we were searched, all of us, even the Lord Mayor. We don't carry firearms or dangerous weapons. It is unlikely that we shall kill the accused persons. We kindly request that when they are being transported, they are transported like other prisoners. We pass by the prison bus when we are coming. Here, when you try to overtake the vehicles to come to court, you are shooed off the road like a fly. And that we are given at least 5 hours today to interact with Hajobe and Kanobis. They are human beings like us. It is part of their right as people who are innocent until they are proven guilty. We are happy if the guards are around, but we shall be unhappy if the guards have to be privy to the conversations, private, because we shall not tell them to commit suicide. No. We want to talk to them about their well-being. So so that we know how they feel. Sometimes we all can't go to Luzira. It's a chance now we have them. So they speak to their relations, they speak to their, some of them are leaders, they speak to their party people so that they are treated just like we are. If I can live here and speak to Mr. Billy Vumbuka and even text me for tea like he did last time, it shouldn't be a problem for the relations, friends, and leaders to speak with their accused person. It is just human. I want to believe, before my colleague Mr. Rukwago comes on, that Mr. Billy Vumbuka has no objection to that request. That is my prayer. The request was for 5 hours. The prison officials signed the accused persons out for the whole day. 5 hours will be about 3 or 4. We shall return, but we want to talk to them in an amiable. They could even have a drink so that we speak to them in a sane environment.
Yes. Your Worship, just wanted to substantial of these rights. The situation as it obtains right now is like the Bill of Rights, and as far as the accused persons are concerned, it is suspended. And that is the gist of the matter. And in this particular case, Your Worship, when you look at these rights, which are all spelled out in chapter 4 of the Constitution, they are rights which ordinarily should be enjoyed by all citizens, by all Ugandans, including, Your Worship, these fundamental basic rights, like in Article 37, right to culture, the right to practice one's religion, religion, because it's really problematic for the accused persons to enjoy these rights which are guaranteed under the Constitution. Your Worship, when we talk about pre-trial rights, pre-trial liberties, pre-trial freedoms, this is what it entails. To the extent that, Your Worship, even in Luzira prisons, where they are remanded, they are not permitted to freely mingle and interact with other inmates. More or less, they are leading a life of seclusion. That life of seclusion, the right to freely associate with people, because this is a right which shouldn't be taken away. Man is naturally social, in all circumstances, including under confinement. Solitary confinement is another form of torture. Solitary confinement. So, Your Worship, we pray that you be pleased to interrogate these issues of the pre-trial rights, which are within the reserve and prerogative of this honorable court. The last one is about the right to a family, for example, Your Worship. You see, Your Worship, my learned friend, Mr. Mpanga, has talked about the sibling, the sister here. You can imagine, okay, fine, you can talk about friends, but even close relatives accessing the accused persons. The Hajat here is a wife to A2 here. But even having a whisper, just a whisper, to his loved one or her loved one, it's not allowed. Just within the precincts of court, you have said one word to your loved one, which is a right which is guaranteed under our Constitution. Finally, Your Worship, under Section 5 of the Human Rights Enforcement Act, this Honorable Court is enjoined to enforce all rights outside the parameters of Article 44. So these are the rights, you've got those prerogatives. 31 about family, 38, and all these other provisions, Your Worship. It's within the powers of this Honorable Court. So we do so pray that, Your Worship, you interrogate these matters. Otherwise, the presumption of innocence has been overturned by conduct of the state in this matter. We do so pray, Your Worship.
I'll put something in context. It won't take me more than 3 minutes. We did not labor because the matter has been closed. But one of the reasons, perhaps frustration in filing the application, because the persons we represent are not, I want to be careful with the words I use, are above a reasonable member of the public. Colonel Besige, for example, is a former CA delegate who is one of the drafts of this constitution we are talking about. So much so that when an application is made premised on a law, it's not a matter of signing an affidavit and taking it to this court to say sign. They want to read the sections, they want to discuss with counsel, so that they are advised and make informed decisions. My colleague who went to get these things done could not even be allowed to carry a red volume. A red volume is a document of the state. So if you cannot carry a law, the laws of Uganda. So we ask that while it is true the offenses of the capital nature, the presumption of innocence is not undermined by the nature of the offense. So if we had a fracas with my friend, Mr. Billy Vumbuka, and he boxed me so that he becomes a suspect, not me, but him.
God forbid you.
He has said, God forbid. The way he's treated for that simple offense is the way this should be treated, because they are innocent and people are guilty. So we kindly request that that is allowed and that they are treated just like any of us. Because until the court makes a pronouncement, they are in fact innocent. Save that the exception is that their confinement is now restrained, that they are treated the way we should. That is my...
In a similar regard, if you're pleased to issue any subsequent orders, Captain Dennis Ola is also a family man. Captain Dennis Ola He's also a family man. He has a wife who has always attended court. He has relatives. Some of them are here. Land Council Senior Frederick Impanga requested 5 hours. If you are pleased to order for those 5 hours, Ola also associates and prays that he's given the same time to interact with the family. And also catch up with quite a number of events that have happened in this life.
For the record, Your Worship, Senior Counsel Martha Karua has joined the panel for on behalf of the chosen person.
I hope my senior colleagues and counsel for F3 have raised so many things. For me to respond now, there are various allegations which, as counsel for a state, should find out before I make an informed response. I can only just respond to one that I text counsel for tea. I never text him for tea. Maybe he was just joking. The rest, Your Worship, I'll actually respond to them in the next adjournment. Because they need a lot of consultation to understand whether they are authentic or not, and what is the way forward. So in the circumstances, Your Worship, I pray that I respond to them in the next adjournment. I so pray.
That's why I think I have to rejoin because he has responded.
Rejoining to what specifically, Council? Maybe the tea? Because the rest, he said he will.
Your Worship, the good thing is that we are coming from Easter. But before Easter, during the time between the betrayal and the crucifixion, Peter denied Jesus. So I'm not surprised that my friend is denying our tea, perhaps for his job, but it is okay. But Your Worship, because these are fundamental rights, especially right to family, right to family, because the family is here. The accused people are here. Their family are here. The simple prayer put in many words is that when they come here, they want to talk to them. So I don't know that Mr. Bilubuka is going to swear an affidavit. But the people to consult whether or not their rights are impeded are here. Kano Besigye, Hajobed, and Captain Ola. You want? So he can ask them, one, whether their rights are impeded, or whether the request we have made that they want to speak with their family for about 5 hours is a rumor or a false allegation. I don't think he needs to go on because he wants to investigate the right to see your colleagues. God forbid that he's ever a suspect in confinement and he wants those rights. We just request, Your Worship, reasonably, that we are given 5 hours to speak to these people. They are here, they will go back to Luzira prisons. I think it's as plain as that. Just the right to family. My sister is here, my wife is here. I want to believe that when Mr. Bevumuka left, he spoke to his wife. It's the same thing.
Before you respond, as far as I'm concerned, we all know the procedure in court, because I'm dealing with bad friends. So I stopped recording a long time ago because we all know the procedure. Seth has raised many things and he says he needs time to respond and he needs time to consult so that he makes an informed response. His prayer is granted. The matter is adjourned to the 21st of May, same date, 2025 at 10.
Never I'll give it. Well, half. I'm loading. Good man. Can I forget up one?